Deal TV, learn and earn.
Thanks for watching Deal TV, learn and earn. This is Deal Coffee with Mukwaya Mayanja Yusuf. It's been a great pleasure coming back into a new year, presenting to your favorite program on Deal TV. Remember, Deal Coffee lands Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. in the morning. So be ready to receive it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. On Deal Coffee, we are always talking about, as all of Deal TV as a whole, we do mostly into business. We help you to know what you're supposed to do, what you have to learn from other people. We do interviews, we do different stuff so that we can bring you on board, so that you can learn and then earn. As our slogan says, learn and earn. I want to take this opportunity to thank our viewers from the different parts of the world, not forgetting my friend John Ziwa from Abu Dhabi, Nyanza San Abu Dhabi, Will James Semakula, Turkey. There is Salongo Kanakudiayo in Mukono. Then we go straight to Anifa in Dubai. We go to USA, Sali Yusuf. All of you, thanks for supporting Deal TV and Deal Coffee as the program. Today on Deal Coffee, we're going to look at 5 F's of life. F as in A, B, C, D, E, F. So the F of life. Life is an interesting journey as per description by some of the people, but then life has no particular definition. Life is, you choose how to live life, but then there are certain pillars that you have to base on, so that when those pillars are strong, are well held onto the ground, they'll keep you firm, and then you'll be able to prosper and then live a fruitful life. So we are talking about the 5 F's of life. Without wasting time, we are going to see the first F of life is family. Sometimes we tend to forget about family, but family is a strong pillar that we stand on to prosper. It could be the family where you come from, like your father, your mother, your brothers and sisters, and other members of the family. And then there is a family as we grow up that we create. That's your children, your wife, your husband, name it. So any person to be successful in life, you have to be with a strong family. We'll be doing it in 2 details later on in other segments, but let's look at the simple issues that we need to consider when you're looking at family. You might find that after having a hard day at work, you need to go back to your wife, and then you say, I have issues of this and this. You never know. She couldn't be having the concrete answers to your problems, but she could be offering a shoulder that you can kneel on and then lean on, and then you'll be able to think of the way through how you can go through. There are times when we have, I've seen it in mostly in the performing arts. If you, when artists make it to the mainstream, to the big stages and lights, they tend to neglect or do away with their families. And then they get to attract these, I'll call them artificial friends. These are temporary friends that will never be there when you're having troubles. They are just because you're the light now, you're the in thing. But when you're having issues, when you're having troubles, most of these people, not all, but most of these people will go away, or they will move on to the next superstar. So most of these artists that tend to neglect their families, to die with their families, these are people that we've seen that are dying out of drugs, out of depression and likes, just because they don't have those real people they grew up with. These are people that are going to tell you this is wrong. Organize here, do this, don't do this. So family, be it in business, be it in career, is important, just because if you have a strong family to lean on, you'll be having a bank of knowledge or advice that you can get and then be able to prosper. So among the 5 F's of life, family is very crucial and important. Then, excuse me, the other F of life is focus. Focus. We've seen that people who tend to be low or mediocre or live a mediocre life tend to fail to focus. Today you're chasing this, tomorrow you're chasing this, you never accomplish tasks. You unfocused. And remember from the first point as family, because family sometimes help us to focus. But then it's important if you are able to focus at an early age. You decide that I'm going to be a marketeer, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to be a musician, I'm going to be this and this. And then you focus on that element and then you win. But if today you doing multi-level marketing, then tomorrow you doing farming, then you tend to lose focus just because you can't use one watering can to water all the plants that you have in the garden. But if you focus on one, you'll be able to succeed on that. And it's said from history that if you are able to succeed at a given project or business, then you'll be able to succeed on much other projects or businesses, just because the experience that you've attained from this business that you initially focused on will be the same knowledge or experience that you'll be using to execute tasks in different ventures that you'll be taking on. So my friend, take focus as a very important pillar. Always focus on your education, focus on your work, focus on your skills so that you can be able to succeed. Then the other issue that we are going to talk about is the third F, which is fitness. Fitness is also wide. We are talking about the physical fitness. We are talking about the healthy fitness. Remember, if you're sick, you won't be able to do task, then you also be unfocused, just because just imagine someone who had just contracted HIV/AIDS. Most of these people are faced with the stigma, so he or she fails to take on some duties or ventures just because after all, I'm going to die. So make sure that you are fit. The people who have eaten themselves silly, someone gains abnormal weight just because he is not focusing on the fitness. So we are talking about fitness. We've said healthy fitness and then physical fitness, and then there is mental fitness. Most of us tend to fail to know that we have to be mentally fit. For those of you who have used drugs, you've starved or spoiled your mental fitness. If you are mentally weak, you can't perform. So fitness is a wide subject, but then it's an essential pillar that has to be leaned on to be prosperous in life. So make sure you are health-wise fit, mentally fit, and physically fit, so that you could be able to think of things that can make you go or scale up to the next level. Then the other F, which is the fourth F, is finance or finances. Why is finance important? They'll tell you that your capital is your knowledge. But remember, at least even if you have an idea, there is that small amount of money that you have to invest in that idea for it to turn out to be a tangible idea. So, for example, if you're a writer, you have at least to produce one book. It will take you like 4 or 6 months to write this book. It means you need some amount of money that can sustain you before that book comes out to be sold to the publisher. So you need that amount of money that you need. So you need shelter. Before the business pays off, you need that amount that can pay the rent. If you build your house, then there is costs that you have to pay for the family. If you sing, then you have to feed yourself, you have to clothe, you have to move, transport, and all that. So there is always a financial element in each and everything that we do. I remember one of the artists that said his capital, starting capital, was just a book and a pen. So he wrote his songs and then produced the songs, and then now he's a superstar and has made millions. But what he forgot is that he had to invest to go to Nairobi to record the music. He had to invest for the producers to produce the music. But however much this thing is coming from your brain, there is an additional cost that you have to pay. So finance remains an important pillar, and finance always relates to money. So how do you have to be financially smart? You have to be with savings. You have to be handling your financial matters well. You have to be budgeting. You have to be planning. How do you spend? How do you earn? So finance remains another big pillar that we need to tick right. If you haven't ticked you could be having the family box ticked right, then the focus box ticks right, and then the fitness box ticks right. But then when your finance is not right, then you'll be having issues to succeed in life. So make sure that your financial or finance element is also right. But then the final pillar or F of life, that all these, which is like if you draw the circle, the middle of the circle would be this fifth pillar that are made last. This is none other than faith. Faith is belief. Faith is belief that what you're going to do will be successful. Faith, you have to be having faith in what you do. You have to be with faith in your talent. You have to be with faith in your ideas. And then put all the faith and trust in God. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Put your trust in God, because He is the overlord, sustainer. He knows what we don't know. He sustains us. So make sure that the fifth F and has to be the strongest pillar or F in your life. It has to be faith, religious faith, and then the faith in what you do. No one is going to have faith in you unless you have faith in yourself. So if you start a business, then you have that element of thinking that will it work out or won't it work out, then chances are high that it's going to fail, just because you, the initiator, you don't believe in yourself. There are times when you are the vision bearer, you have a team, but these people are relying on you. But if you're the first person to scare them off, you bringing issues that tell them to be uncertain of the success of the business or the venture you're taking on, then it means these people also get weak and won't be able to give the 100% of what they are supposed to offer, just because they don't have faith. So you have to be with faith in what you do, and then everything will be flowing smoothly. And remember, we have been looking at the 5 F's of life. This is family, focus, fitness, and finance, but above all, the fifth pillar being faith. You've been watching the Deal Coffee on Deal TV, Learn and Earn. Until next time, I remain Mukwaya Mayanja. Yusuf, subscribe, comment, like, and share. From the team here, I say bye-bye.
Deal TV, Learn and Earn.